People in the chat, like, talking rubbish.
Yeah, people talking rubbish in the chat before the race has even started is all a sign of things to come. And yeah, this is my first race on the British F4 of this season on iRacing. And yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a battlefield. It's gonna be pretty touch and go, let's say. But I'm going to be talking you through this race as it unfolds. We're starting down in P11. Didn't really do a great qualifying, to be honest. So time to be putting together some good race pace, to be putting together some good race laps as well, and try to work our way forward as we go around the outside here of Daniel up into what can be P10. And you can see just leaving the space, being very careful, and just not really taking any risks. As people who are familiar with F4 on iRacing, it's a bit dangerous to say the least with the racing craft, and you can be really quick to end your race in this series. So you have to be a bit careful on lap 1 and to see what could be happening. But ultimately, Daniel got back past us around the outside of turn 4 as well. So we're back down to P11, and now we're side by side with Daniel on the exit. I don't know about you, but this is let's give me a bit of a flashback.
Slipstream all the way down the old pit straight into Cobb's corner. These are critical corners for this one.
Yeah, it's giving me a bit of flashbacks, but we're not brave enough just yet to send it down the inside of Daniel into Cobb's corner. So we're back out of it. Play it safe, play it conservative, play it smart, and now filtering into P11. But yeah, to be honest, I was feeling quite confident with my race pace. I was feeling pretty confident with the race management as well. So I felt good that I could move forward. But I wasn't going to be ready for all the chaos that was going to unfold in this race,
we had a great run
be seeing soon. So you can see we did get a good run on Daniel, but we actually got too good of a run and had to lift the throttle on the exit as we're under attack from Finn behind as well. We think about going up the inside of Daniel, but it's more of a defensive move against Finn behind us as well. So now coming towards the end of lap 1, you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to see a Red Bull car absolutely out of nowhere sends it in. That Red Bull car is going to be coming back later in the video. So keep an eye out for that, as now we're here on lap 2 and we're behind Daniel. Trying to get a bit of a move on right now as we're behind.
3x already?
And we have picked up our third corner cut warning of the race on lap 2. It's not looking good, lads. It's not looking good. But now we're in the slipstream with Daniel. He's fallen back behind Connor, so we're able to get a clean move up the inside. And Daniel doesn't really fight this. He seems to actually want to work together at this point, so I was quite happy about this. There's not a lot of people who want to work together to get better results generally while doing online racing. So this was a nice surprise. It was a good surprise. What can I say? And now
big spin.
You can see there's a spin here with Cannon voicing. It's also going to be featuring later in the video. And yeah, this is just... It's just funny. Like, I knew when signing up to this race it's going to be chaos, as ultimately it's a qualifier for an iRacing World Championship event by doing these public races, and there's no stewarding in these races, so it's always a bit of chaos. And speaking of chaos, we have to go to Narnia to avoid the
really unideal time to raid.
Cars.
But thank you, Paul Noodle.
Yeah, unideal time to get a raid. We got a raid and the music's now playing at the worst time possible. So we are going to take a look back at that in slow motion. As you can see, there's a car flying up ahead. Another bit of contact. We decided to do our lawn mowing services, cut to the grass, avoid it. Still 7/10 up on our Delta, mind you. Barely lifted the throttle. And now we're up into P5 here in Silverstone. Yeah. We made like 5 places in one corner. Generational. And now you see Daniel goes up the inside of us and we are back down into P6. But to be honest, I just wanted to work with Daniel at this point. I could see P2 up the road. P1 was gone. He was saying later he was ready for his cup of tea and his scones and his dessert. He was checked out. He was going to the finish line.
What are you doing?
Daniel, basically, Daniel let me pass now, but I wasn't ready for it. So I was saying, what are you doing? But now coming on,
Come on,
to
Daniel.
that line,
There's one more
and
lap
it's
to
going to
work
get a
together,
bit
mate.
spicy again as we go to the final
Maybe not.
lap of the race.
No,
Another raid
thank you,
actually
mate.
over on our live stream. This is actually footage taken from our live streaming as well, so if you want to be able to watch these races happening live,
Not
the
gonna lie,
link
I'm a
is
bit
in
surprised
the
Daniel went past
description.
in the previous lap.
But ultimately now we're here
Danny
P6.
style.
We've
That's
got
my
a
plan,
chance
honestly.
at P5, but I want to wait. I want to be smart. I want to be strategical and
Like,
wait until the final parts of the lap to try and slip clean past Daniel. So we're not really going for the move right now, and we're
Have to
just
be
holding
careful.
position.
Little Callum voicing behind.
You can
Because
see I'm just
Daniel
mentioning kind of voicing
He
behind.
isn't thinking bigger picture at the moment.
Because what I'm mentioning by bigger picture is by myself and Daniel battling unnecessarily right now, it's bringing Callum closer and closer and closer to us, and ultimately making a 3-car battle when it could just be a 2-car battle. So right now, I'm going to be all eyes focused on trying to get P5. You see Daniel just goes off the track a little bit ahead. Bit of a smart tactic, to be honest. To take a bit of a track limit, to take more speed through Cobb's corner, and try to get more advantage. 1/10 behind into Bags and Beckett's final lap of the race. And yeah, through the left-hander, through the right-hander, we're going to be back on the throttle, and we're going to be in the slipstream of Daniel up ahead. He's going to be going defensive very last minute, and now you can see Callum Voising also is going to be following our slipstream, and he's going to have a bit of a cheeky lunge down the inside. He's going to absolutely send it from Narnia down the inside, and yeah. That's racing. So, yeah.
Wow.
You can hear my reaction is just, wow. Really impressive. It's a really intelligent move.
Callum voicing is very intelligent.
So yeah, that's my reaction to Callum absolutely sending it up the inside. Yeah, no hard feelings. It's just an online race at the end of the day. That's why I'm laughing about it right now. It's just an online race at the end of the day. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really mean anything. As we're limping to the start-finish line. And remember that Red Bull I talked about earlier? Remember the Red Bull? Oh, the
What
Red Bull is
a-
going to come back in view.
Massively intelligent. Oh.
And he is stuck to the fence. So that's my first race with F4 on
And I
iRacing.
lost so much safety rating because of that. Great.
Yeah, I've lost 0.45 safety rating.
Wow. Don't you just love intelligent individuals?
And there's my sarcasm. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.